Hello, good morning, and welcome to this morning edition of Wealthsecrets Mindset Mastermind class. Ladies and gentlemen, we are super grateful and thankful because this is becoming one of African biggest mentorship mindset podcast program. And it's a journey that started for about 10 months ago, and we are grateful and thankful to God for having brought us this far. And we are also grateful for everyone that has been an integral part of this community. We're so super excited about what this mentorship class is doing in the lives of the people. But guess what? It's another beautiful week, and we started with a very interesting topic. And a topic that could change everything for anybody. And guess what? This topic talks about activating the right keys to success. Yesterday, we started by talking about the two of this very key: how to be serious and how to be smarter. But this morning, we're going to be talking about the other two. Can you imagine that with these keys, everything in the subject of success can be attained by anybody if properly put to use? It's your regular host, Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. Let's get into it. So this morning we will be building up on what we started yesterday on our teaching series on activating the right keys to success. What are the right keys to success, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be evaluating 5 of them. We started with 2. Be serious, be smarter, and today we say you need to be better. How? Okay, you need to be better. But today's zone will be wrapped around how to get going in the journey of life. To get going, you can't stop in the journey of life. The journey of life is called race. The race to freedom, the race to success, the race to anything that matters to you. A matter of fact, the race to success, because success is a relative meaning. It means a lot of things for everybody. It means to that person in school to be on top of his academic. So the person seeking to be in a better relationship, he or she wants to have the best of relationship. To someone doing business, he really wants to be on top of his sales. To someone working, currently employed, he or she wants to get, promotion in his or her own present employment. Ladies and gentlemen, you can think of it in different diverse ways. But you can't stop. To get going is everything. You can't quit. Life will not give to you what you want. Life will not give to you what you need. Guess what life is going to give to you? What you deserve. So the question is, what do you deserve out of life? If you put in everything, you're going to get everything. Somebody say, for things to change, you have to change. Otherwise, nothing change. So to get going, you have to start with what I call, you must be disciplined. Everything happened to everybody. Oh, Afolabi, you're not just going to understand. You're not just going to understand what I've been through. I'll tell you guys, you have just got to take actions. I understand you're telling me, Afolabi, I've been through a lot. Oh, this is the reason why I'm not, this is why you can give up all these excuses, you can say it, you can talk about it, but guess what? The way the miracle process is going to happen in your life, and when I mean miracle process, it means that kind of success or what you want for yourself in terms of your goals will come through that discipline. So discipline is the miracle process. I've once defined discipline according to Dennis Whitley that said it is a foundation upon which every success is being built. He further said lack of discipline inevitably leads to failure. So to get going, or if you stop not to get going in the journey of life, it means that you lack that discipline, and guess what? You're leading to failure, which is something you don't want to really experience, or you don't want it to be what drives you, what gets you. So this morning, I'm going to be teaching you or helping you how to clean up those neglects in your life. You have neglected a whole lot of things. And that is why you have been really putting that discipline to make it really work for you. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, neglect could be we waking up this morning and say, you know what, Coach Dan, I think the weather is so good. I feel like sleeping again. I don't want to do anything. I'm not in that mental frame of mind to come up and do a program. Neglect could be you saying, man, the weather is disturbing the network, so therefore I'm not going to be able to come on the show, on the program, to talk to the people in the class. Neglect will be something that you want to do. They say this is what it takes. I'll tell you something. To clean up those neglect could be maybe if there is a book you need to read, ladies and gentlemen. You say, you know what, I'm just going to postpone it. I don't have the time. You know, I'm just going to do it next tomorrow. Next tomorrow will come. You're not going to be able to do it. I'll do it. You keep postponing. So these are neglect. Could read, should read, could call. That there's someone you're going to call. I say, oh, prospect this person. You need to talk to so-so person. Oh, man, I'll call the person tomorrow. Should call, could call, should read, of course, could attend the seminar or the event. No. Join the Zoom. I'm going to do it. These are neglect, and yet you end up not doing it. Have you ever heard that phrase that they said, every new discipline affects every other discipline? Maybe you should let that sink into your mental, your mental frame of mind. Maybe that should just sit and you ponder over it for like 2 minutes. That every new discipline affects every other discipline. I'll tell you something. Everything you pick up right now is what we call discipline. It could be that business, it could be that job you find, it could be that current adventure or that opportunity you find right now. Oh, they said, oh, if there's anything that you need to do, start right now. And you start it. I'm telling you, it will truncate down and affect every other thing around you. It's contagious. It's going to locate. It's going to affect every other thing. I tell you, everything matters. Don't neglect nothing. Don't neglect, because neglect can cost you a whole lot of years of chaos, disaster. It can create this disaster you don't want for yourself. Or if there's anyone I need to meet right now because of the weather, it's been said once that, you know, the same weather like what we have here now, it's been raining in Nigeria. Some persons are going to look at the weather and say, oh man, what a beautiful weather. This is a time for me to sleep more and relax more. I'm just going to take my cup of coffee and sit down and didn't want to go out for that sale. Didn't want to go out to pursue or do what's necessary or what matters to you. And guess what? It's neglect. This is as a result of you not being disciplined enough. Another person is going to look at the same weather and say, wow, this is a better weather for me to go out there and make the best of sales and make the most of my sales. This weather, I'm going to make the most of the money. I'm going to meet with this client. I'm going to meet with that client, and I'm going to make the most of the money. And guess what? It's going to work for that person. But you that said, you know, with this weather, I don't think I can. Guess what? I can't is as a result of neglect. So how do we help you to start cleaning up that neglect? Is to start by disciplining yourself and start with where you are right now. Start with where you are right now. You better get going, ladies and gentlemen. You can't stop. The discipline is the miracle process. To start with the discipline, start right now. Remember, every new discipline affects every other discipline. You have to take care of the amount when the discipline is small, not when it is big. Start right now. Start small. Oh, you grow through the process. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy idea. Start when the amount is small, not when it's that high that it's going to cost you more. You know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? That's the way to go through it. That's the way to gain mastery over the issue of life. Remember, success itself is a journey. You can't stop. You better get going. I've once wanted to stop in my life, but I had to start disciplining myself. And the best of discipline will come from that self-discipline. You start with yourself. Nobody is going to push you. There's a limit to how people can push you. Remember, they said you can take the horse to the stream, but you're not going to be able to force that horse to take water. People can motivate you and encourage you and say, see, get there. Oh, you can do it. But what if they back off from you? What happened? You're going to be left alone and say, you know what? After all, they back off, nobody is there to support me. Support yourself. Start with yourself. The best of motivation is self-motivation. Get going, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you're going through in your life right now, as I speak to you, you have to get going. Now let's go to the next step. How to be better. If you are getting going, then you now need to be better. You need to be better at your craft. Whatever you find doing right now, you need to be better. You need to gain mastery. You need to look at yourself and say, I will do whatever that is necessary for me to be on top of my craft, my game, whatever I'm doing now. You have to be better, ladies and gentlemen. You can let issue of life push you down. If there's anything you need to read, you have to better. Someone said, for things to be better, you have to be better. Does it make sense? For things to be better, you have to be better. If you want the issue or what you don't like at the moment, then work on you. For things to change, you have to change. Otherwise, nothing changes. For things to be better, you have to be better, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you something. Life is very beautiful. Life is about what you're putting into it. To be better is to learn how to handle the difficult part, the most difficult part of your life, because life is going to knock you down. But when life knocks you down, get up 10 times, get up and tell life, I can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been knocked down many times in my life, even when I don't even understand personal development. I remember many years ago in my life, I was knocked down. I was hoping for the best. I thought my life is well settled. I've planned my life. Let me tell you how I've planned my life. I've started planning my life even when I don't understand personal development. I've once told myself, Afolabi, at the age of 25, you have to be a millionaire. Did it come? In fact, at the age of 20, I told myself, I want to be a millionaire. I told myself, if it doesn't happen, give another 5 years. 25 years, I want to be another millionaire. Does it happen? It didn't happen. At the age of 30 years, I said I want to be a millionaire. Does it happen? It didn't happen. But I've started seeing it, the signs. From that moment onward, ladies and gentlemen, I started working towards how I'm going to achieve it. Did I went through challenges? Yes. And those challenges made me better. You see, life is going to knock you down no matter what. Part of the things that happened to me then was my mom trying to take side as a mother. Can you imagine? My mother said, oh man, don't mind that guy. It's the cause of the reason why this happened to you. Oh, he's the bad person. I remember telling my mom, I was at the age of maybe 24, 25 then. I told my mom, no, mom, don't blame him. I blame myself. My mom looked at me. Trust me, I don't understand personal development. I wasn't this knowledgeable. I wasn't following no mentor, but I knew for me to take the course of my life, I have to blame me. That has worked for me. So I can tell you, and I can write a book on how to be better. I told mom, I said, no, I will blame me for the problem. Everything that happened to my life, It has always been me. So I hope to get the best out of that life, because if it's going well, I will also praise me. Does it make sense? You see, I'll tell you something. Don't let or blame somebody for the course of your life. You see, this part of the world, we don't like to accept responsibility. We like to shift blames. So therefore, it's the reason why my life is not better. It's the reason why I can't move forward. It's the reason why things aren't working for me. It's the reason why all these things are not working my way. Stop castigating blame. Stop pushing blames to people. Accept it. Accepting responsibility is the greatest form of human maturity. Accepting responsibility is the greatest form of human maturity. You have to be matured. We don't like to accept responsibility. When you accept it, take it, digest it. I'll tell you something. Every challenge of your life is an opportunity for a change. Oh, you want to prove? I'll prove something to you. I want you to spell the word challenge. Remove the first 3 letters and add it to the last 3 letters. What do you see? Change. So it means that for that change that you're looking at, that kind of success, whatever you're looking at that you want in your life, I'll tell you something. You have to go through that change. One of the example, the natural example, God has shown to us that's why it's God, that everything has its own season, is the season that we're experiencing. Right now in Lagos, Nigeria, is the raining season. It's pouring down. As I speak to you, it's pouring down big time. Somebody said, why is it raining every time? Well, maybe you've not been to this part of the earth. As far as you are on this planet called Earth, let me tell you something. It is designed that way. It is designed that way. There will be a season whereby the rainy season will be over, and there is going to be a time whereby the dry season is going to come. You see, even God himself, our God, has designed the world to be like that. So there will be a time whereby you will be challenged into your greatness. But you can't stop. You have to get better at your craft. You have to really learn more. To learn more, that means you must be wiser. You have to be stronger. You have to be better at everything you do, ladies and gentlemen. You can't do the same thing. They say it is insanity to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. So you have to be wiser and better. I have been once challenged. I mean, Coach Dan, some of us here on this program knows. At some point in my life, precisely around this time, I was so down, mentally, physically, emotionally. But I told myself, Afolabi, you know better. You have to be better. I started working on me. For like a month, I couldn't. But guess what? I got better. The best way to challenge anything is to work on yourself. Work on yourself from today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't blame anybody for your downfall, your shortfall. Take it and move forward. Be better at what you do. Don't blame somebody. Oh, it brought me to that business. It's the reason why my life is not good. It's the reason why my financial life is not getting better. Of course, that's the way we are. But guess what? You can't accept it. You have to move ahead. So I want you to go back home today as we wrap up this program. So go back being more wiser and smarter than you came. Go back home to your daily life. Go to the drawing board and be wiser and be smarter. Go back home with more ideas that we've shared here on this program, like we have always been doing. Ideas, all right? You've learned 1 or 2 things and start saying, I am responsible for the outcome of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw it a curtain this morning. And I hope you've got value for being here on this program. Remember, we're talking about activating the right keys to success. Now we've dealt with the 4 of them. First is to be serious with your life. Second is to be smarter. The third is to get going. And the fourth that we just talked about is to be better. Ladies and gentlemen, we will go through the next tomorrow. I hope you got value for your time being on this program. Remember, what we do here is to educate, equip, and enrich you with all the necessary resources and information that will empower you mentally to live the very best of your life. And until you win, we're not going to stop until you win. We will be there to support you all the way. And that's why we encourage you to like, subscribe, and share our YouTube page to your friends, your brothers, your relatives, your colleagues. Let them be part of this great community, because our goal is to attract over 5,000 lives all across the world. People being transformed mentally through this mentorship mastermind class. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw it to curtain, and I hope you go back. So go back home and go back to your life. Go back to the drawing board, being smarter. Go back home with more ideas, more information to transform your life. And trust me, that's how you're going to be or gain mastery over the issue. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got value. And this is where